Okay, hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have another flight because I omit my promise to fly all the category C airports. So today we are flying from Vagar, which is pretty challenge airport, and we are flying to Akureyri in Ireland. So it will be some kind of special flight, and mm, as you can see, we have nice island livery. So from Flight Sim Top, thank you very much for this guy who made this livery. It's pretty nice and pretty cool. I really like it and enjoy it. It looks famous. And okay, so right now jump into the cockpit. Okay, and we'll make some preliminary procedure, and then we will start our briefing, and I will show you exactly what is stated in SimBrief operational flight plan. So battery, we have guarded position, alternate flap switch, hydraulic panel set, Viper spark, we can put it on GPU, we can perform the fire tests, overheat detect, it's okay. Okay, that's perfect. Airplane is in good condition. We have no MEL CDL items. In order to have some limitations, but it's okay basically. Crew oxygen is fine, warning system is okay, this is up to 4 minutes of AC power, so that's okay. Circuit breakers, this one is okay as well. Guarded position, gear pins we have, pitot covers we have, emergency safety equipment is on board on flight deck, and flight documentation is valid. So we are ready to let's say I will perform the takeoff configuration. Warning, it's okay. In order to have for cabin crew to do the job, I put the cabin utility power switch on to on position. Anyway, we request the standard maintenance, so that means that we'll drop out the lavatory wastes and we fill up with the potable water. So it's going and it's arriving somewhere over there. That's pretty perfect, and we can request the fuel truck as well. So we are starting our pre-flight preparation. So captain is making his walk around. So put the parking brake on. It's crucial for walk around. And what will be the next? The cabin crew is making his own job, and we will check our operational flight plan. What does it stated? It stated that we are flying from Vagar Echo Kilo Victor Golf Airport to Bravo India Alfa Romeo some Akureyri Airport, and our landing weight and zero fuel weight is far below our limitation. We have call sign Transavia, Iceland 101, so it's a little bit wrong on my point of view. So it's Iceland 101 with registration number, that's okay. So final level will be 380 and minimum block fuel is 7 ton exactly. We have cost index of 30, that's pretty perfect. MEL CDM nothing, and alternate airport is back to Vagar airport, but this is the SimBrief flight planning. In real life I will expect the alternate airport Keflavik, for example, because there is basically no limitation regarding to the weather and so on and so on. So regarding to the weather at Vagar, we have currently 120 11 knots, broken 1500, overcast 2800, QNH 1018, overcast, remark, overcast is dropping a little bit below. We have wind speed at 1309, 19 knots, so it's a little bit changing with the wind conditions just after departure, but in this case maybe I will not use the SM temperature, I will use standard delayed takeoff. Okay, and we have destination Akureyri, there is sailing and visibility. Okay, so that's absolutely perfect and we are good to go. The Akureyri airport is listed as category C airport because there is unusual departure arrivals, as well the unusual meteorological conditions, so that's why we shouldn't use this airport as en route alternate airport. Regarding to the NOTAMs, there is nothing special, absolutely. It's okay, and we are expecting the severe icing during descent between flight level 160 and flight level 100. Okay, so the briefing is almost completed, and we can jump back, and for example that all this services was done, and as we have plenty of room space between structural takeoff weight and structural limit weight, we can take much fuel, but be aware of the fact we are departing from Vagar airport. So what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that if I press it like this one, Navigraph charts, and we can put the Vagar airport. And as we can see, the runway is only 1700, so we will be maybe performance limited on takeoff. Okay, not on landing, but just right now on the takeoff. So so I hope the 1 ton will be okay for our takeoff computation. So maybe in this case I will go for 24 direct engines, but we will see later on. Okay, so this is almost done. So fuel truck is connected. As I said before, we take 8000 kilograms, and we have additional on board for 30 minutes of holding available. Okay, regarding to this, we put the stairs, and how many packs we have. We have, according to our operational flight plan, 143 and 1.9er, so that's basically okay. 43, that's okay, and 1.9, that means 900 kilograms here and 1000 kilograms over here. That's basically okay. We can start the pre-flight procedure. That's okay, that's okay. Perfect. No problem. Here we should put flight level 380. Akureyri is basically on the sea level. This is okay, this is quite fine. Perfect. oxygen tested 100%, and auto brake to RTO, reset the fuel flow from previous flight. That's okay. We can put 1 to 2.8, but I am making the flights on early morning, so that's basically nobody out of the VATSIM. And pre-select the emergency broadcast services frequency 1 to 1.5. That's perfect. So what we can do right now, we just check the med report for Akureyri. For Vagar Airport. We have 12011 knots. 12011 knots. It's basically this runway. So we are making the eastbound direction of our takeoff, and then we will turn back. Okay, so basically that's it. What does it mean? So we can load the FMC, and okay, echo. Stand number 3 we have. Actually it's not in database. Okay, so this should be stand number 3, I guess so. Yes, stand number 2, stand number 1. It's stand number 1, but stand number 1 it's not valid in database as well. So we have to do it with a non-professional way, and we have to put it like this one, and activate, execute, and we have Iceland 101 call sign. That's okay. Runway for departure will be 12, and we are going to this NDB, which is called Migenes NDB. And remember, if you are willing to fly from or to Vagar Airport, you have to account with RMP authorization required procedures most of the cases. Okay, if we do not have so, that's a little bit a problem. Okay, so assume that we have authorization required, and all these charts, for example, we put it like this one. This one is okay, but this is valid for us. So on departure it's Migenes to whiskey arrival. So departure 12 Migenes to whiskey arrival, routing performance 380. We've got it. And what is our cruising? 261 and 20. /20, and with transition altitude of 7,500 feet. That's okay. We have alternate fuel for relanding to Vagar. As I said before, in real life it shouldn't be Vagar, it should be Keflavik, but anyway, 3.5. We have 3.5. I am just the pilot, so in my operational flight plan is Vagar, so it's Vagar. Okay, basically that's it. 29. We have cost index 29, which I like it because I like the cost indexes when it is between 30 and something. And now we put the ISO deviation, it's -4, so that means that minus 60, it's okay, so that's perfect. Okay, so this is completed, walk around is completed, so we will perform the light tests. Everything is fine, everything is okay. Light test is done, so we will put the QNH 1018. Acceleration altitude will be 1000 feet in this case, or 1100 feet approximately. It's visually, and we are, if something happens, we'll make a right turn to the sea, and there is basically nobody out there, so we can resolve the situation. And but if we have engine failure, I will not go back to Vagar. Okay, so flight directors on, that's okay. Initial climb clearance by ATC, so we can put it 380 directly. Regarding to this, when you don't have the clearance and the clearance is by ATC and you are preparing your MCP, always the flight crews are making the procedure like leave it like this one. I will show you 10,100. 10,100, okay, and that's the sign, and that's the remember that we don't have the initial climb clearance, okay, but so far we are on the VATSIM, so we can put the flight level 380. So 380, and the departure QDM of the runways 1 to 3. Uh, 1 to 3, that's absolutely perfect. And in case of relanding, yes, we make it in Vagar, but be aware of the fact that relanding should consider our performance limited landing weight, and in Vagar it's quite a short runway for one engine in operative. It should be quite a problem to stop the airplane. Okay, so in this case, if we have one engine in operative, we are going somewhere directly over the sea, we resolve the situation, we make a proper non-normal checklist, memory items and so on, and we will continue with the Reykjavik FIR into the Keflavik, for example, or some airport, because it is still within 60 minutes of flying. Okay, so this will be our takeoff alternate airport in case we have, for example, fire on board. So that's in this case I will only prepare this runway for landing. So 111 will be here. One. So 111 is set. Oh, that's pretty okay. That's perfect. We test the oxygen going via scan flow procedure like this one. That's okay. That's perfect. Stop trim cutout switches. Everything is fine. That's okay. That's okay. We have 109.1, 109er decimal 1, which is the localizer frequency. Decimal 1, and we will prepare the Vagar 348. And another it's Migenes 337. Okay. Put it as well on AFIS panel. Okay, and that's it. And refueling is completed, so in this case we can make it like this one. Release the fuel truck, release the maintenance van, and cabin refueling is completed, and that's okay. We can put it over here, connect with the ground personnel as well, and basically that's it. And we can start the boarding, and we can start as well the loading the baggage. And the loading the baggage, it's making simultaneously with your refueling, but in PMDG it somehow doesn't work, so it's maybe the reason. Okay, so we will start the APU. Okay. Okay guys, so what next to explain? We are flying to Akureyri. As I said before, the Akureyri is a very challenging airport due to meteorological condition, unusual, a little bit unusual approaches. So is listed as a category C airport because it's quite challenging. So this is the problem, and this is the reason. Okay, yeah, just now starting the APU. So I guess APU is available. Okay, so APU on bus, and we will start the 1 minute for prior to put the APU on bleed. It's extend the life of the APU, so this is the correct procedure how to make it, and we can start to load the forward cargo compartment. It's basically okay. Yeah, we can start the aft cargo compartment as well, and just how we are with the passengers, we are absolutely perfect. So in this case we can make a pre-flight checklist, we can make a briefing, we can ask for the flight clearance, but in this type of airport, flight clearance is basically while you are taxiing on the active runway. So anyway, once we have done the pre-flight, all the briefing, and or let's say first of all pre-flight checklist, then briefing, then clearance, then we can say that the MCP is set, departure is briefed, and transponder is set, but I will leave it in 2000 because there is nobody on the VATSIM right now, and IFR flight should have 2000. Okay. As you can see, it's a pretty nice airport. I really love it, and it really looks very well, this scenery. Vagar Flughaven. Okay, we've got it. This is some maintenance hangar for helicopters. It looks like for the helicopters. And as you can see, the beautiful nature all around, so that's quite okay. Okay. Okay, so make it like this one. Okay, so all passengers are on board. We can disconnect the aft stairs. We can release as well the forward cargo compartment, and I will put the autopilot as soon as possible, because it's a little bit impossible when you have overcast or broken at 1500 feet. Okay, so we are coming into the clouds, and we should keep the rules, okay, like this one. So this is always almost done. So in this case we'll put like this one, 24K engines. That's okay. Flaps 5 because it's short runway. We need to have something 5.7. 5.7, and now we put 12011 slash 11. 146 will be our takeoff safety speed. Okay, arm the auto throttle, and basically that's it. So what we can do right now, can just press the services. We can put the APU on bleed and PEX, air conditioning PEX on, and release the ground power. That's okay. We should have the front chokes on, and that's it. And we can release the stairs, and now we can make a before before a start procedure, like this one. Check in the center tank, it's a small amount of fuel. In order to avoid the master caution, I will leave the center tank fuel pump switches off, and we can put the hydraulics into one position, and basically that's it. We can put the transponder and anti-collision lights on, and now we can make engine start procedure like this one, and start the engine number 2. Okay, and always you have to watch if the left side and right side is clear, okay, from ground equipment. Okay, everything should and look fine. All the engine parameters are okay. What is crucial to monitor your EGT, okay? The EGT is the first thing you would like to have. So start engine number 1, and now when we are reaching 25, Okay, monitor 10 seconds, and within 10 seconds the EGT should rise within the reasonable way. Okay, so ten seconds is passed, and we have N1, N2 rotation, oil pressurizing, EGT is okay, so it seems to be two good starts. Okay. Okay, now we are start well cut out, so put flaps 5 and before taxi procedure. Okay, check the isolation valve, it's working properly, so AP bleed off position, that's okay, so we have flaps 5 with the green lights, everything is okay, so we can switch into hydraulics. Hydraulics is okay, this is 90%, a little bit lower number, but it's okay. So ailerons checked, elevator checked, rudder checked, and now we may switch off the APU, blank the lower display unit, recall checked, okay, and now we can taxi, okay, to the holding position. So chokes are removed, ground power is disconnected, ground personnel is disconnected, so yeah, we can go. And now if you have some short taxi, so you have to wait for the cabin crew. Okay, so approaching the holding points, cabin crew is not ready, so what we can do, we have to stop the airplane before the holding point, wait for the cabin crew. Once the cabin crew is ready, we will perform the before takeoff procedure, weather radar, wrist fuel flow, terrain radar on pilot monitoring side, that's okay, and checklist flaps 5 green light, match the condition, trim 5.7 units is set, so before takeoff procedure complete we may enter the runway, so line up procedure, transponder to TARA, and lights in this condition, and that's it. So right now we are approaching the turning path. Okay, so we are aligned with the runway heading 243, 242. It's approximately nearly the same, so start the flight time and make the engine stable on 40%. Okay, it's approximately done, so N1 toga. Right now we have takeoff thrust set. Eighty knots is checked. Okay, so we have V1 rotate. As you can see, it was absolutely balanced takeoff. Positive rate, gear up. Okay, put the L now, autopilot engaged. And now you can see the beauty. In case of engine failure, we'll continue with this valley, and there is the waterfall coming to the sea, so we'll perform it like this way. Anyway, do not forget about the heading back. Okay, we have approximately 3,000, so we may accelerate. I could fly visually because it's quite okay. It looks like scattered, not broken. So flaps 1. Flaps up. Okay, we have flaps up, no light. Make it like this one. Can put the V now. Okay, 240, that's perfect. Now we can switch to Mykonos NDB right here. So you can see the beautiful island. Up to flight level 100 you have to be fully concentrated on the flight, okay? No private conversation, nothing special, it means stereo cockpit. Okay, we have transition altitudes at standard, reading flight level 80, 1, 2, 3 times, perfect. So, after takeoff checklist is completed, pressurization is working, and bleed panel is set up quite well. So it's okay. And we have 1000, so reset the minimums for engine out, acceleration, altitude, put the lights off, check the APU is off, logo light is off, and a little bit warm up the cabin as we are climbing. Okay, we are all flying the NDB, so we don't need it anymore. Can put it like this one, and we are establishing on the en route climb speed, but as you can see it's a little bit bumpy, and right now we have control wheel steering on here, so we put it into the LNAV mode. LNAV mode doesn't work, so somehow we have to put the heading select and put it back. Okay, I don't know if it is a bug or something like that. We'll see later on. Direct to pack seal point right now, and now it is okay. So because our routing contains only two waypoints, so that means that yeah, well, basically it's okay without any further problems. So we will leave only one point over there. As you can see, we have quite a lower distance, so maybe it's time for our preparation to Akureyri Airport. Okay. So what we need to know, the first is the med report. So the med report in Akureyri, it's 1003 QNH and 1703 knots. So 1003 1003, we put it as well here. Okay, /1003. Okay, request descent wind. We'll see what it shows to us, and put there Akureyri, and as you can see that we have runway 19er, it's valid for us, so that's quite perfect, because now we should start from the pixel point. Okay, and pixel point, it's right over here, and it's going directly to runway 19er, so that's absolutely perfect. So okay, we'll load the wind conditions. Okay, and we'll put the PEC seal, and from PEC seal there was nothing stated in NOTAMs that ILS is unserviceable or something like that, so ILS runway 19er. So we can make it like this way. It's only localizer runway 19er. It's basically okay. ILS on localizer runway 19er, but as you can see, we have only localizer runway 19er. Okay, so localizer 19er, we have Pexil, and what is the Pexil point? Not this one. We can go either via Pexil 1 November to Aki or to Arlax, but as you can see, maybe the best solution will be via Arlax. So that means that we will use this chart and it will Pexil Mike Arlax, and that's it. Okay, so we've got it. And if I put on the fixed page Keflavik, and 360 nautical miles, approximately the still air conditions with one engine in operative. As you can see, we are good to go in case we have a serious medical case on board, with some technical troubles, we have problems with engines and so on and so on. So we can easily go into the Keflavik. Okay, but so far I put there Akureyri, okay, and 10 nautical miles ring, and now we can make it press recall. That's okay. And what we need the next, it's just checked the landing distance available is quite okay. It's 2400 meters, so auto brake 2, it's enough in case we don't have any contaminations of the runway. If the runway is contaminated by ice or let's say snow or slush, we should use the auto brake 3. But so far I was checking the snow thumbs and the runway was clear and dry, so in this case I will put auto brake on 3. Okay, and approach once again, we put 1085, sorry, 185. Uh, 185 we have, and localizer is 110.5. Decimal 5, and if you look at the misapproach chart, we have no air now misapproach and air now misapproach. Okay, so in our case the air now misapproach will be valid, but in case of some malfunction, we will use the first NDB and the second NDB. So 3 to 4, so 3 to 4 and 387. And 387, and that's it. So can put the NDB here, like here, and basically that's it. So far MCP is set, nav radios are set, auto brakes are set, FMC is partially set. What does it mean? It means that what we are missing, it's the flap settings and the minimums. Okay, so we are going to burn 1400 kilograms, so 61.5, and I'm pretty sure that this landing weight, it's according our performance limited landing weight without any problems. Okay, so flap 30, it's quite enough for our case because there is a little wind condition right now. So this is set, and landing minimums C on 11-3 alpha. So it depends on our climb gradient. We are quite light enough. I will not go deeply into the QRH, but I will pick up this misapproach climb gradient, which is 4 degrees. Okay, but we can easily go into this condition because we are early light. Okay, so and there is another thing and another point, that we are on winter conditions and temperature is 0 degrees. 0 degrees means that we do not use or let's say we are we let's say we don't need to use the cold temperature tables for the correction of initial approach fix, intermediate fix, and final approach fix. Okay, so and minimums as well. So 890 will be quite okay, and but it's for ILS approach, and we have localizer, so glide slope out. I don't know why, because if you look at here, we have only localizer. Okay, so we have to account with this number. Okay, 980. We'll see if the ILS work. Okay, so, and we are entering the RVSM airspace. Altimeters cross-checked. This is okay, so we can release the cabin crew because we are out of the clouds right now. And once we are in cruising level, we'll perform the in-flight scan and just press the recall and watch how much fuel we have, how much fuel we have over at Arlax. There was the published holding point, and we have holding fuel availability. I don't know if it is yeah, we have for 1 hour and 41 minutes. Okay, so that's pretty okay. That's absolutely no problem. So once again, I will put as well the Keflavik airport in case of something happened, and 360 nautical miles within still air conditions, and if something happens, we are diverting to Keflavik airport. Okay, we put airport data right over here, as you can see. Okay, so once we are in the air, we'll check the conditions and status of the airplane. So we have 1000 to level off, or some companies has 1000 to go. But from my side of view, it's better to use 1000 to level off, because you are leveling the airplane. Okay, it's not 1000 to go. Okay, it's like that you are flying in aeroclub. So now we will have FNC speed, VNAV path, that's correct. And now we can perform the in-flight scan. That means that this is all okay. Fuel temperature is okay. We can put the center tank fuel pump switches because we have some okay, like this one. If you have only 400 kilograms on center tank, you don't need to switch these fuel pumps on, because there is a scavenge jet pump and he's automatically working like a suction fit for you. Okay, so that means that it's not necessary to use it, as you can see. Okay, but anyway, we check the generators, we check the auxiliary battery, transformer, rectifiers 1, 2, 3, standby power as well. That's okay. The cabin is released. They are okay. This is fine. Fuel differential pressure, cabin pressure is okay. That's okay. That's quite fine. Lights match our conditions. That's okay. What I missed is look at the chart. Airport elevation is 7 feet, so 0 it's okay. Landing altitude is fine. So 380, 380, boom, 380. Okay, and that's it. Brake accumulator pressure is okay. Hydraulics a little bit lower. Fluid on system A, but it's still okay. Engine flight instruments, from vibrations to oil, temperature, pressure, everything, it's quite nice and perfect. And basically check the radios, and that's it. We have to perform somehow the fuel check and the time check, but as you can see, we have only 2 waypoints in our flight plan, so it's hard to make a fuel check. How to deal with this situation? Okay, with the fuel check, we can just press index page, performance page. Now you can see that we have reserve 3.5. okay, we have reserve 3.5. as you can go to the progress page, our fuel remaining is 5.1. So so far it looks like that we have no fuel leaking. Okay, so that's okay. And now we check the last med report, and yeah, we will see. So basically the wind condition is the same. We have 200 and 2 knots, sailing and visibility okay. Temperature is 0 exactly, QNH 1003. So that's why if the temperature is -10, we have to apply the cold temperature correction, but it is not valid in Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane 11. It's just it is just modeled in X-Plane 12. Okay. Otherwise, if you apply the cold temperature correction in these two platforms, X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Simulator, you will be higher on the profile. Okay. Now watch the cabin, how it looks like. It's still the same. Well, it's still the same. Now you can see here. Oh, it's not modeled here. Okay. I would like to show you how it looks like the panel with the water and lavatory situation, and it's the panel right over there here. So okay, well, it's not modeled here. Maybe it's in front of the cabin. There are remember guys, there are too many options of Boeing 737 that maybe you found something which I am not aware of this fact. Okay, so just leave me a comment, and that's it. Okay, as you can see, the doors are armed and cross-checked. Okay, let's go to the cockpit, and we will prepare for our arrival from map flight level 100. So I will put flight level 100 right over here. So now we are preparing to start our descent. Shortly, I once again check the med report, everything is okay, so we are happy that we catch the situation when the conditions are not in the wrong way. Okay, so that's absolutely perfect. So we may start the descent. Descent we are always starting approximately when we are 20 nautical miles prior to the top of descent, because the environmental condition could change, the runway can change, and everything like this one. So we in this case we are ensured that we will not be high above the profile and make problems to decelerate the airplane. So descent now, boom, like this one, and we are going 1000 feet per minute, which is the best economical speed to catch the glide. Okay, so we can see the Iceland or island. It's covered by snow completely. Okay, so once again perform the recall check, it's okay, and all the arrival procedure was discussed, so that means that transition level is by ATC, and as you can see we have backseal flight level 110, and then we have 8000 feet, so our transition level should be somewhere between, it depends when your QNH is 1013 below or above, okay? So well, in this case we have 1003 QNH, so I will put it higher. Okay, so I will put transition level, for example, 100. Okay, so forecast page, transition level 100. That's it. Okay, so we have retard and arm, and now we are going with the VNAV profile computed, and we are performing from Pexville to Alfa Romeo 701 and to Arlax point, which is 6000 feet, and the maximum speed is 230. Okay, and this is the restrictions that the maximum speed should be 250 or below, unless otherwise instructed by the ATC. Vectoring may be used when necessary. Loss of RMP1 capability advised to ATC. Descent is cleared by ATC, so not via profile, but according to your ATC controller. And basically that's it. On initial contact, call to Akureyri Tower state call sign, present position, intentions, and ATIS information received. I guess, according to my opinion, it's because this is the procedural control. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that there is Akureyri approach and tower. So if you are unable to perform the air now, your approach will adjust you with your heading and speed and altitudes and so on. And in case you are only the tower available, so that means that you're on procedural control, so you have some compulsory reporting points, but this is for another discussion, but yeah, that's it. So come back to standard instrument arrival. And now you can see the beautiful island nature. It's really awesome. So you may ask yourself why this airport it's listed as category C airport, and my answer is that uh, it's it's really no problems when you are flying for ILS, or let's say localizer of runway 19er, and and perform the air now standard instrument arrival. But be aware of the fact that some of the airplanes are using conventional navigation, and with the conventional navigation it's a little bit quite a challenge. So the first of all is the weather conditions of the airport, the situation of the airport, and the facilities which are using the airport. Um, Maybe this question is right for the guys who are flying there from IcelandAir. So yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit bumpy. It's starting to be bumpy, and that was what I was talking about. That the even if you have sailing and visibility, okay, you can encounter with the wind shear conditions, you can encounter with the downdrafts, you can encounter with mechanical turbulence from the hills which are blowing to the sea, and so on and so on. So that could be the reason, okay? So we are at project file level 200. We give a sign to our cabin crew that it's a time to make a landing procedure. So he or she will ensure that all the bins are closed, every passengers have the seat belts on, and so on, and every doors are armed and cross-checked, and all the cabin and galley secured. Oh, we are perfectly on the idle descent, so the arm mode is still presented, so that's perfect. I'm happy with this situation. I'm not happy with this situation. As you can see, the clouds in front of us, it looks like cumulus congestus clouds, and it should be always related with the turbulence. And we are going to fly into them. It's a pity that we don't have the weather radar, otherwise we'll ask for the radar vectors and to get rid of the clouds, okay? But for the time being, we leave it is like it is. In real life, I don't like the situation like this now, because these clouds are not good according to my opinion, and it shouldn't be in winter conditions. Okay, so cumulus congestus clouds, it's not presented, it's presented only with the cold fronts, but in some circumstances. So that's why I will make a turn, for example, from here to here, but I need to have the radar vectors in order to not undershoot the minimum sector altitude, okay, or minimum radar altitudes. But so far we leave it is like it is now. So we'll put the engine start switches to continuous because we are encountering the turbulence, and as we are presented to the clouds and temperature is 1 degrees centigrade, so we'll put the engine anti-ice into on position. Okay, so you're on Flight Simulator. For example, if you would like to check the leading edge devices for some contaminates, you can do it. You can see it by your eyes without any ice detection, or you can see it on the Viper, like here now. So we can make, for example, put the wing anti-ice to on position. Okay, anyway, we are going from Pexil to 8,000 feet. Okay, so we are out of the clouds, perfect. But as you can see, it's raining, okay, so, and raining with this temperature means that engine anti-ice should be on position. So here just right below us, this is the runway, okay, or it should be the runway, I guess so. Yeah, it should be the runway, okay. So this is our landing area, and as you can see, the sailing and visibility is okay. Right now, no longer presented the rain, so I'll put it off. Okay, from this point, hey, come on. From this point to our lux, we are going to 6,000 feet, okay? And now you can see why it is category C airport, because all of the mountains surrounding and the winds blowing and the wind shear conditions may be presented or whatever. So and in some circumstances really hard approaches, especially for this particular runway, not runway 19er as we are approaching, but for another runway. Okay, so 6000. As you can see, it's still bumpy. It's a lot of mechanical turbulence is coming from the hills. As you can see, we have 800, 900 and 100 kilograms, so it's the gravity. Okay, we can press, for example, like this pump on, and we will see. Okay, so from this point we can go to 4800. Can make a speed brakes because it's still decelerating. Okay, we have refuel point on 3600. Okay, we are below the flight level 100. I forget about the switch the lights. Okay, it's my fault. Okay, now we pull the flaps 1. And from Refum 2500 feet to catch the Sago point. Okay. So we can make it via vertical speed because we have one localizer approach. And we press the localizer captured, and mis approach heading 185 is set. Flaps 5. Okay, we can go a little bit down with vertical speed. As you can see, the ILS is working, so that's perfect sign. And we have mis approach altitude 6000 feet and hold at 7000 feet. Okay, 7000 feet is our mis approach altitude. Okay, flaps 10 non-standard. Okay, we can go to 1000, which is our minimums. It's quite okay. We can put the gear down and flaps 15. Armed speed brakes. Cabin crew landing position. Okay, I will revert to 7000 feet. means the approach altitude is set. And what will be our target speed? Flaps 30 and 144. So 149. Okay. So flaps 30, 149. It's pre-selected, we are a little bit below, so correct on profile. So we have minimums, autopilot disengaged, recycle flight director switches, deselects the speed, and okay, once again, recycle flight director switches. Okay, we are a little bit below the glide slope. Okay, now we have the flight directors. I have the wrong binding. Okay, now we are safely on the ground. Okay, according to real life NOTAM, runway should be dry. Okay, but as you can see, the runway is covered with snow, so we'll perform another procedure. Okay, 60 knots, closing the thrust levers. Okay, and we are maybe going to the turning path, I don't know. Yes, this is the turning path. Anyway, we may start the APU. Guys, I have a little bit wrong binding for the autopilot disengage. That's why the recycle flight director switches doesn't work for me. But anyway, if you disengage the autopilot, recycle flight director switches and deselect speed, everything should be normal. Okay. We are maybe in the end of the runway. And as we have this condition, we may perform the after landing procedure like this way. Okay, we have APU available, APU on bus, and right now can put the auto brakes to this arm. Everything is okay. Transponder switch to standby mode, and the flaps only to 15. Okay. Where is 15? Here is 15. Okay. Okay, and now there's a tricky situation how to find the parking place. Okay. So if you look at the chart, it is the second one, I guess so. Okay, I have no clue how in Akureyri it's the airplane standing, or if it is follow me car or only marshal air, or they have some different procedure. I am not aware it because I didn't fly it in real life. So let's make it like this one. Okay, so put parking brakes on, lights coming on, that's okay, and APU is on bus, so shutdown procedure and shutdown checklist, flight directors off, all is off. Okay, we can put the anti-collision lights off. Leave it like this one. Okay, transponder, mobile phone, everything, it's okay. So go to menu, setup, services, chokes on, so we can release the chokes, and request the front stairs, aft stairs, and put 0 to deplane the passenger, as well this one. This one again, so I forget to stop the watches, and yeah, well, that's it. Welcome to Akureyri, and it was a little bit non-standard because sometimes the binding for my autopilot disengage doesn't work, so that's why I think that I disengaged the autopilot and recycled the flight director switches, but it wasn't true. So, anyway, is basically no problem. So right now, if the captain performed the walk around and he find that there is no snow detected over the spare between the leading edge devices and wing, uh, he will tell you and put the system hydraulic pump switches on and close the flaps levers into the zero position. Okay, if there is some snow contaminates, you have to call the maintenance and they will remove it. So once this is done, everything is completed and it's okay. Okay, we have shortly flaps up, no light. We have flaps up, no light, that's perfect. So we can switch off the electric hydraulic pump switch B to off position. And right now we are ready to make a turnaround. So well, in this case, I hope you like this video, and there are some mistakes, but be aware of the fact that we are two guys on board, so that's basically no problem in real life. And it's a little bit hard sometimes to make a proper bending on flight simulator, and it's something which is unusual on flight simulator, but it could never happen in real life. Okay, so I hope you like the video so much, and I was performing the localizer approach only because there was in FMC. Okay, so maybe I can perform the full ILS approach. I don't know why it is like this one on FMC, but basically it's okay. So I hope you like the video, guys, so much, and see you next time with the next video, and have a safe flight. So bye bye.